All right, what is up, everybody? Shadow Scout 0013 reporting in here. So today I'm going to go over another Empire list. Today I'm going to feature Agent Kallus. Okay, so I like Agent Kallus. He's awesome. I liked him in Rebels a lot. He was a good character to me. Um, so we're going to use him today. Now, I really do like him a lot, especially due to his contingencies. He gets to bring two extra cards along with him. Now, cunning is also great because then if you have someone that you're going to give an order to on from Agent Callus's cards, maybe that was a one pip, and it was maybe Vader's is one pip, and someone else, or no, sorry, maybe you played the one pip for Agent Callus to go. Someone else played their one pip. Now you get to go first because of cunning, but maybe you get to pop the not HQ uplink, but the oh my gosh, seize the initiative card on Vader or someone if you had that, and then you get to use Vader first, so it can come in handy. Okay, so but today, I'm not going to pair him with an operative or Vader. I'm going to come bring him along with Iden. I think this is going to be an interesting, very interesting list, and I think it'd be a very fun one. So I'm going to try to go over three the best I can and um, see what we think. And I'll use different people as we go along. So with Iden, we're gonna want some special forces to go along with her. So in the Inferno Squad for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and put those two guys on there. With Iden, I'm always going to bring ID10, and I'll explain in just a second. With Iden, we were gonna want three of these all together. So let's go with the Imperial Royal Guards, and then something cheap because we're already getting expensive without any upgrades. So I'm gonna go with the Scout Troopers because it's gonna be pretty easy to get them a little bit more upgraded while staying relatively low in price. So Agent Callus is gonna kind of be more of a support for Iden. So Iden Versio, one of my absolute favorite characters in the Empire for Star Wars Legion. Quick thinking, gains an aim and a dodge. Oh, awesome. So instead of just taking an aim action or a dodge action, you can use quick thinking and get both. Absolutely awesome. Covert ops. So she can gain infiltrate even though she'll become an operative. This is awesome because then you can just nominate Agent Callus right now as your commander. I mean, he's already going to be your commander, so it doesn't matter, but you can nominate him, or maybe I don't know if you can use or nominate the Inferno Squad as someone if you already have another commander, but doesn't really matter. And then load out, so you can swap any of your equipment grades upgrades aside for a different one. So that's awesome. That's super awesome. She's super versatile. Marksman is great so that you can dice fix, and then nimble. All right, that's going to be one of the keywords that we want to take in. She's got two red for melee, and then we're going to give her gun. Okay, because I think that's going to be awesome. So with Callus, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him vigilance. Okay. I'm giving him vigilance to help support Iden because she already has nimble. So we can get her to keep a dodge every single round the best we can. Okay. We're going to give him tenacity because I'm going to try to get him up close the best I can as well because of his one pip. He can recover. So I'm going to give him ascension cable so that he can actually get into melee as soon as possible because he's going to gain charge. So we want to get him in with no hindrances or anything like that. So let's give him that. Now with Iden Versio, so the queen over here, there's lots of ways that you can do this. Now, for this exact purpose, because we're going to be using Royal Guards and Scout Troopers, we're going to be getting up close and personal. So tenacity is going to be great. So what that means is that she's going to be rolling 3 red dice when she's wounded. And then I'm bringing ID10 because he's going to add an extra 3 white dice. So she's going to have almost the same exact dice pool as Maul, which has 4 red, 4 white. But she's not going to have Pierce, and she's losing a red and a white, which is fine for not being a Jedi. Sure, fine. But 3 red, 3 white, and melee, 6 dice in melee, that's phenomenal. And she surges to hit. So you're going to just look for paint in 6 different dice. That's awesome. We're also going to give her situational awareness because she's going to be using that dodge like crazy. And then let's give her the repeater gun because she's going to be getting up close. Now she can also recover. So let's give her ascension cables. Now with the Inferno Squad, they're not quite important to give them any upgrades, but I like to give them some upgrades. I'm going to give them situational awareness because I want them, they're going to get either a free dodge or free aim with retinue whenever they're close, which is going to be great. They're also going to get a surge at the beginning of their turn, mostly for defense. That's pretty much all it is for. They still have marksman and infiltrate. So they can go in with Iden, be close to her, and it'll be her bodyguards, basically, almost without guardian. For the other one, you don't need it, but you can either do offensive push. If you wanted to, you can do hunter. Or Overwatch. I'm gonna give them hunter because you're probably gonna be encountering Wookiees and other things that have multiple wounds. It'll be easier for them to move and shoot. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna do with them for now. The Royal Guards, we definitely want more bodies that can soak up hits. That's what I'm going to have them here for, because once Agent Kallus gets any wounds, your opponent's going to be able to play developing sympathies, which if there's a wounded Kallus that you have at the end of the turn or activation, at the end of Agent Kallus's activation, if he attacked, he's going to gain some suppression. So we're going to want to soak up as many hits as possible for as long as we can. So protector is going to be great, and then they're going to gain wounds more than likely. So tenacity is what we're going to gain put with them. Now the scout troopers, sonic charge, perfect. And then I think targeting scopes, because when you have 4, possibly the sonic charge guy firing as well, people, you're going to have up to 10 dice rolling without surging. So you're going to want to be able to use those targeting scopes the best to your ability. If you want to give them offensive push, you can. They're going to probably die off pretty fast, so it's kind of up to you. And then use some filler. Now with Stormtroopers, let's do a few. Let's get 10 activations. That's going to give us a few more points to play with. Let's try to give ourselves a medical droid or 2. Actually, let's see, subtract 1. There you go. That gives us 11 more points to use. Maybe you can do a Stormtrooper specialist, because you're not going to be, you can keep moving with them instead of staying still. Then you have 2 more points that you can use for anything. Maybe if you wanted to do situational awareness on scout troopers, if you wanted, or there's no 2-point really anything. If you wanted to give the Inferno Squad the grappling hooks, because I like to go 800 points, because then you get to choose your side of the battlefield, pretty much of what you wanted, and you can kind of deck out your stuff in preparation for most situations. And then let's give our scout troopers. No, we can't give our scout troopers anything, but we can give, let's see, the stormtroopers with the extra gear slot grappling hooks to give them 800 points altogether. So that's one of my absolute favorite lists right now. So it's 10 activations. You have Agent Kallus fully decked out. Iden Versio pretty much fully decked out. The Inferno Squad almost fully decked out. The Royal Guards pretty well decked out. And then you have the Scout Troopers with the Sonic Charge Saboteur. If you really wanted to, you could take away the grappling hooks on Inferno Squad and the Stormtroopers. And then instead of doing the Saboteur, you could instead choose to do the Sniper. And that would give you the 800 points exactly. And then you would have Pierce and High Velocity with your dice pool. If you shot, in range 1 to 2 with your sniper and the rest of them, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's up to you. I like the charge saboteur mostly because you're going to be able to leave bombs, and then you've got extra bodies to kind of protect the saboteur from getting hit sometimes if you can hide the saboteur really well. So yeah, that's a 10 activation list with just a few points to spare, and you can change a few things up if you really, really wanted to. I think the 2 medical droids is going to come in handy big time to save some of the royal guards, soaking up some of the hits for them. And then, so one of the highlights I really wanted to point here was Iden Versio. She's got 6 HP, or yeah, hit 6 life basically. Now with ID10, she's going to gain an extra hit point because he's going to have to go, or the droid's going to die before Iden. So she's technically going to have 7 hit points before she goes out. And then he has a shield, or the ID10 has a shield. So then you're going to be able to have almost technically 8 hits, undefended hits that you can take before she goes down. And she also is going to continually keep it dodge on her. So she's tanky. And then with Agent Kallus, having the contingencies, you can do pulse scan, which I will honestly say is a really great card. And one I'd always bring on her. Face Me, which is a good one. Concussive Blast, I would definitely take with me. And then the ISB Investigation for sure. So you'd get the Cunning, and then Ruthless Tactics and Tactical Strike, because that's obviously her Iden's staples. And then you have contingencies too, where you can bring extra cards. So obviously you're going to want to bring Incapacitate because you're getting Iden in super close, and it's a great way to have something on standby that you can use extra. Phenomenal. And then pick any other card you want to bring just in case. And I believe that this is probably one of my absolute favorite lists so far. Let's see, I'll give you a rundown on this right here. Okay, so we have Agent Kallus, boom. Iden with her ID10, yeah. Everything's pretty decked out for the most part. So yeah, and just a little bit more before I go is you're going to be using the Imperial Special Forces maybe to get in some boxes. So say that the objectives here, breakthrough, you can infiltrate the best you can, and then maybe divert and break their forces off and try to bring your people in, and or completely tie up their people from getting in. Oh, and another thing is, instead of putting the 2 points for grappling hooks to make 800, you could just do recon intel on the royal guard so that they can get closer to Iden. With intercept the transmissions, that's going to be good. You can tie up people, key positions. You're going to have pretty good kind of long range because you're already going to have a sniper with Dell, and then some sabs to keep them from getting to your key position. And that sab is going to be throwing mines like crazy. So that's perfect. Recover the supplies you can use infiltrate with. So that's going to be awesome. Sabotage the moisture evaporators. You can infiltrate in, and that's also pretty awesome. Hostage exchange, you can just use one of the naked stormtroopers or the stormtroopers with the medical droid so that you consistently have someone healing as you're running. And then bombing run, that one might be a little difficult, and payload would actually be good. So out of most of that, you only have one bad objective for this, in my view, because there's always going to be a positive to something except for that one. So if you like this list, which I do, give it a good shot, play it, record it, let me know how it went. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and then share this video so that it can get out. and people can learn about these lists that I'm putting together. So if anyone wants to play these lists and only buy specifically what's on these lists, they can. All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And that didn't stop, did it?